In today's video, I'm going to share with you why I had to make the very difficult decision to remove nukes and other fun weapons and mechanics from our game. So when we first started brainstorming ideas for our game Reverses, I immediately thought it would be super fun to put the presidential nuclear football in the game. And for those of you who don't know, the nuclear football is essentially something that just allows the president to call nuclear strikes from basically anywhere on the globe. Initially, I thought this would be a pretty fun, overpowered item that we would slap a super low drop rate on that would completely destroy the map when it was deployed. But then, as I actually started to draw it out, the gears in my head started to turn a bit, and I actually thought about what it would look like in a gameplay setting, and I almost immediately knew that it would have to be removed. And this was down to really three big issues that it caused. The first issue was that it hurt the game's identity. So Reverses, first and foremost, is a tactical game, not a militaristic one. A great example to illustrate the differences between these two genres is Rainbow Six and Battlefield. These two games share a lot of similar mechanics. They both are very heavy on the gunplay, they both have certain destructible elements, but they're fundamentally trying to do two different things. Rainbow Six is a much smaller, close quarters combat, SWAT team kind of game, whereas Battlefield has vast open maps, large 32v32 multiplayer, and lots of vehicles and other large-scale destructive elements. Adding nukes to the game pushed it too far in the Battlefield direction, and so ultimately they had to be removed in order to preserve the game's identity. The second reason they had to be removed was to prevent scope creep. So you have to draw the line somewhere, and you can't just include every cool weapon, item, or mechanic that you think of, because the game's never going to get finished. This doesn't mean you can't have certain fringe mechanics that kind of push the limits of your world that are a little wacky, but these should be limited and be the exception, not the rule. Removing overpowered and absurd weapons like these keeps the game focused and allows us to refine our core gameplay loop. Lastly, the final reason the nukes had to go was to prevent power creep. So we have fully destructible environments in our game, and these items would immediately break the game in a way that is not fun at all. Nukes, airstrikes, and vehicles would destroy the map before you even got a chance to play on them. Adding in overpowered items like these removes tactical decision making and instead turns into who has the better loot. And that is not in line at all with our game's philosophy. Creating a game is a very difficult balancing act. It can be hard to remove fun and exciting features like these, but sometimes what you take out of a game is a lot more important than what you put in it. Adding nukes nearly destroyed our game in a bad way. But if you want to see how I destroyed our game in a good way, then you should watch this video here, where I talk all about the environmental destructibility in our game.